Here with women's basketball coach Mandy Pearson. Coach, the season finally gets underway this weekend with the North Central Illinois tournament. Been a long time of practice. You had a scrimmage, you had a game, exhibition game against Winona State. It's got to be a good time to finally get the season underway.
Yeah, absolutely. I think anytime you get to play somebody else, especially with basketball's practice season, you know, we have almost a month of practice before our first game, so it's going to be really nice to play a real game. I mean, the Winona State game was close enough to being a real game, but this will be a fun tournament, fun team bonding trip for our program.
Let's talk a little bit about that exhibition game against Winona State. A big win for you guys. It'd been a while since you guys have beat Winona State. Kind of a statement game for St. Mary's women's basketball in that, you know what, you guys are here and you're ready to go.
Yeah, well, we just kept talking about coming out and playing with a lot of intensity, and we did that, and I think to our, you know, one of our biggest strengths was that we had some depth in that game. So when we took our starters out, we brought in players who did some really, really good things for us, and I think that our intensity and our depth is what won that game for us, and shooting the ball well.
Yeah, you can't fault that.
No.
You know, and it was nice to see that that the people you kind of expect to be the leaders, Jamie Steffley, Jess Stone, Courtney Early, Courtney Athnos, Brittany Begowitz, they actually played very well in that exhibition game, and really that's got to be expected that they're going to kind of lead the way for this team.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll get, I mean, not pressure, but there's a little bit of pressure for them just to come out and play hard and be the leaders every year, and that doesn't mean scoring. That just means they have to find something and be consistent with it. But we saw some really good things out of some people who didn't score as much as well, and just playing really, really tough defense. And that's, if our leaders can be leaders every game, and the role players can play their tough defense 40 minutes a game, it'll be a lot of fun.
Will that be nice this weekend? Do you kind of look at this tournament being the same thing, where you can get to see maybe some different combinations of people on the court and kind of see where your team is at in terms of getting ready for the conference season?
Yeah, you know, we're still trying to figure out a rotation too. You know, even the top 10 that we played in the Winona State game, that can be changed. We're fortunate where we have some younger players who are talented and could step in and do well. We have some defensive things to figure out with them, but I don't know that we'll play 20 people in the game, but you know, we're at least going to mess with our starting lineup a little bit, look at different rotations, and just see what fits our style the best, and see how that goes. So
you open up the tournament with Alma,
yes,
and then you play all of that on Saturday. Both teams you've never faced before. We were talking off camera. Kind of hard to get scouting reports together because you really don't know a lot about these teams.
Yeah, we have some games from them from last year. Obviously, they'll have a few new players. Change their starting lineups a little bit. Alma will be a surprise to us because we have a couple games from last season, but we won't get to see them play. You know, at least all of that we'll get to watch Friday night after our game and scout them a little bit before we play them on Saturday. And
then the conference opens up after the Thanksgiving break. Let's talk a little bit about the preseason coaches poll. The coaches have tabbed you as number 4 in the preseason poll. It's got to be a nice recognition for you guys coming off of a playoff year a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be recognized, but right now it doesn't mean anything. You know, I mean, anybody that's played or coached in this league, you know, especially basketball, I mean, every sport is very good, but it's very competitive. So I don't think that you can look at that and be satisfied. We have to come out and play, and we have to shoot to be higher than, you know, our preseason poll, and we have to compete every single day. You know, every game will be very important.
And the season starts off this weekend, Friday against Alma, and then Saturday against Olivet at their North Central tournament in Illinois. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.